though. She wants to pose a question to us all, and I'd like to know the answer, actually. Here is a question for you. Do you love yourself? I'm sure your immediate response is, of course I do. Being kind to yourself, I take an active role in protecting my own well-being, happiness. But what I really am wanting to know is, do you really love yourself? We're talking about self-love. And sometimes when you ask that question, if you say a quick yes, it might sound like you're being selfish. But our next guest says it doesn't have to be that way. In fact, joining us this morning is Dr. Jamie. Welcome, Dr. Jamie Harvey, to tell us more about this. Hi. And, you know, it's very interesting because you kind of do feel selfish when you say, well, yeah, I love myself.
I do.
And then I have friends that would say, how big is your ego, Scropolis? Check it at the door. Right. But you say that's kind of part of it.
Absolutely. And women especially need to get this idea out of our heads that it's selfish.
Yes.
And we need to prioritize ourselves more. The kids, the job, the career, the husband, all those obligations tend to knock us out of the way, and we kind of fall to the bottom of the list. And we have to stop that.
And you are helping women to stop that by creating what is called, and I love this, you like to say flaunt your fab.
Flaunt your fab.
That's awesome. Because it is so true, Doctor. So many times, I mean, I catch myself going to the veterinarians, going to the pediatrician. I'm like, can you give me a full checkup? Because the last time I went to the doctor, I can't tell you. Because moms and wives and yes,
we're at the bottom of the list. Everything takes priority over us, and we need to do a better job of that. And there are 3 simple ways that we as women can love ourselves more.
Tell me.
So the first is to live a healthy life, and that looks like getting enough sleep, working on ways to manage your stress more effectively, eating a healthy diet, exercising, and also making sure you check in with your healthcare team just for those yearly checkups.
And you are a pharmacist, so you're an entrepreneur, you're a public speaker, and how often do you find people saying, oh, well, I can't even tell you the last time I talked to my doctor, had a doctor's appointment, or had a conversation with my pharmacist about what I was taking?
Yes, but they talk about the kids with their doctor and making sure their parents and their spouses go, but when was the last time they went themselves?
And we were just talking before we came out, full transparency, I took a Benadryl on Sunday night, and I was like, oh my gosh, and you just started telling me, well, this is what, this is why, this is why, this is why.
That pharmacist hat, it never goes off.
But I love that. I love that because it is very rare that we stop to have conversations, not only with our pharmacists, but other women.
And that's so key. Developing those supportive relationships and surrounding yourself with people who get it, who know the struggles, the challenges, the obstacles.
Because as a wife, and as a wife myself, you know, our husbands, they're great supporters.
Yes.
But oftentimes, and I share this with my husband, I don't get from him what I get from you, my girlfriend.
Exactly. There's nothing like that sisterhood, that bonding. We can laugh, we can cry, we can dance, we can shop, we can do it all because we've kind of been there and been through it. And you can offer me tips and I can offer you tips.
Absolutely.
And that's so important.
And it's so wonderful because standing shoulder to shoulder with our girlfriends is too. And that's what this event is all about.
Absolutely. The Fab Gathering, we're having a self-love day party and it's for women only. Sorry, guys.
That's okay. That's okay. I love it.
But we will be journaling. We will be doing yoga. There will be healthy snacks, lots of laughter, some music, and it's about loving ourselves and carving out time to do something for ourselves because we don't do it often enough.
We don't. And I often hear some of my girlfriends say, fill your cup up. Fill your cup up. Or fill
because you can't pour from that empty cup. You have to fill your cup.
That's good. You talk a lot about, Dr. Jamie, aha moments.
Yes.
What was your aha moment?
So I had an aha moment when I was young in my career and I was not really loving myself the way I needed to, and I had fallen into a depression, honestly. And changing my lifestyle by the way I was eating, exercising more, meditating, journaling, those things really brought me back from the brink of suicidal thoughts and depression. And so now I make it a priority that even so busy, you know, working and speaking and all the things I do, I have to carve out that time for me. I have to. My mental and my physical health depend on it.
Wow. And I'm so glad you shared that, because look at her. I mean, would you ever imagine that? I mean, she's gorgeous, but you know what you're thinking, I think, is a lot of really, if I can share this story and help one person.
Absolutely.
Because sometimes what you see on the outside isn't what you...
Absolutely. And we, as women, we wear a mask. And especially in healthcare, we want to be perceived as the experts and being perfect, not making mistakes.
Absolutely.
And so for me, being transparent and sharing that story is really what my mission is all about as the lifestyle pharmacist.
I love it. She is the lifestyle pharmacist. She's fabulous. Her event, the Fab Gathering, do we need to get tickets?
Yes.
Okay.
They're available at thefabgathering.com.
There
and it's a self-love day party.
I love it. I feel like we just scratched the surface with Dr. Jamie. I told her we're going to have her back.
I love to come back.
You're so awesome. Thank you so much. Love yourself, and then you can love others.
Yes.
And wouldn't the world be a better place,
Wouldn't
my
it?
friend?
It would be so amazing.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for being with us. It's this Sunday at Jack Robbins Gallery. You can get